To questions and answers. I hope you guys are doing well. I thought I'll jump in to take some questions, some of your questions, and see how I can best address them. So let's wait a few minutes, let people jump in, and we'll begin from there. Okay. So thank you again. Thank you for coming on. Appreciate it. Means a lot. Remember, give me your name and your question, and I'll be able to help you. Hello. Thank you so much for the kind words. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see. This dude is cool. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Colonic or enemas? I would go with enemas. Okay. Colonics, I'll do it once in a while, but I wouldn't do colonics on a regular basis. It tends to be very strong. Enemas, they're safe enough. It's good once in a while to do it as well, like every other day, or if you have nothing to heal, maybe once a week is fine. Okay. Best for gastrointestinal issues. You didn't specify what kind of issues, okay? But anyway, in the GI tract in general, you always want to eat the right foods for it. Don't eat protein and starches, especially if you have issues. You want to be on green drinks and a high fruit diet. Okay, preferably 100% fruit diet. But if you can tolerate the fruits, go on some green drinks as well. You need herbs for your bowels. Make sure you do some enemas, clean your bowels. And always remember, when it comes to your GI tract, there's always a kidney and adrenal component in there, and definitely lymphatics. So those three should be addressed with the herbs. Also, you want to make sure that like you're never constipated, of course, important. So use herbs to help move your bowels, okay? Like the bowel strength tincture on our website. Also work on your liver and pancreas. Use herbs for your liver and pancreas. And that's how you take care of your GI tract, okay? Cherise here. What's your take on food grade hydrogen peroxide? I don't use it. I know it has some applications like for your mouth, for your teeth, like when you want to brush your teeth. But I personally don't use hydrogen peroxide, so I can't say much about it. Okay, I like to keep my things very simple. I like to stay with the fruits and herbs. I know it sounds so simple, but that's how I like to keep it because it's effective and it works. It's also less expensive and less complicated, right? I don't like complexity. I don't like this to be complex because I've been doing this for a long time to know that whenever you try and add complexity to the program, things get bad. Keisha says here, what to use for neuropathy? This is nerve damage. Okay, what will damage your nerves? What's going to damage your nerves? Acids will damage your nerves. Remember, there are three flows of energy: blood flow, lymph flow, nerve flow. This is the three flows of energy. If any of them are compromised, you have an issue. For instance, lymphatic congestion can put pressure on your nerves. Okay, lymphatic pressure can put pressure on your blood flow. So it can affect these things. So you need to understand that how to clean it up. We got to make the body alkaline and get rid of those acids in your system. So if it were me, I'll be on a high berry diet, 100% fruit diet, but high berry. This is because the berries are fantastic for the nervous system. Then I want to clean and strengthen the three areas that are crucial for the nervous system. These are the adrenal glands, very important. So use an adrenal gland tincture. Clean your head, your sinuses, very important. At the back here is cerebellum, also a nerve center. You need it in good working order. So use the neurological tincture and circulation tincture to boost blood for this region. Massage your head, ear candle, eye washes, neti pot for your nasal passage. Clean everything out. Make sure you have good bowel movements because the solar plexus also houses nerves. It's crucial for the autonomic nervous system. So you need to have good bowel movements and a clean GI tract. Okay, and remember, this is kidneys and lymphatics always. So extra helps for lymphatic system, extra helps for your kidneys. Okay, do some eye washes to strengthen the eyes, push blood flow to the eyes to get it strong, your eyes. Okay, but this is how I would deal with it. Okay, take a little bit of time, but you start getting good as you go along. If your blood sugar is an issue, you can use low glycemic fruits, like the berries are low glycemic, like blackberry, blueberry, they tend to be low. You can also have cherries, fantastic for that as well, very low in the glycemic index. Lemon, fantastic also low in the glycemic index. What does coffee grounds do for the skin? The actual grounds itself acts as an exfoliator. That's it. Okay. I like to use the coffee. You see my oil, the coffee oil on my website. This is another one, but like this. Okay, it has coffee extract in it, and that's great for the skin because it increases blood circulation to the skin. It's high antioxidant and has anti-inflammatory properties. So I would use that if you want to have a nice supple skin. But coffee grinds good for exfoliating the skin. Okay. I want that detox. You want a detox program. The way to start is very simple. All you need to start is the Fabulous 5. Okay, don't complicate it. That's it. And then you're gonna change your diet. You can go to your supermarket, pick any fruit you like. I prefer the grapes, the melons, and the citrus, but you can have any fruit you want. The only fruit I don't really recommend you have are the coconuts, avocados, and bananas in detox. Outside of detox, they're fantastic for you, okay? But don't wait, start. Okay, so hi Rob. I get a sharp, quick pain right above my chest. I wouldn't get them for a while, then it'll come back. You know, whenever you have pains like this, I always like to get them checked because it becomes guesswork. It's better to have a diagnosis to know what's going on, okay? Because I mean, I don't know what you're eating. Is the diet, are you on fruits? Are you not on fruits? Are you eating something that's giving you gas? That can cause pain. Okay, it could be a detoxification symptom as well. There's so many factors in it. I will definitely reach out to you, Taz, as soon as I'm done this, if I can remember. If not, just remind me, okay, and I'll get to you. Let's see. Hi, hey Rob, Shana here. Why do I get really tired after taking the herbs? Thanks for all you do. Because when you're detoxing the body and you're going on a fruit-only diet and you're using the herbs, you are literally cleansing and then trying to regenerate. And when you're trying to cleanse the body, remember, your body is full of stimulants. You're eating protein and starches, caffeine. All those are stimulants. They give you that false sense of energy, but they also weaken your adrenal glands. So when you start going on the fruits and using the herbs, you will see, for most people, not a lot of people, some people, sorry, you'll see a slump in energy, and that's because your adrenal glands are trying to get back on board naturally, without the stimulants. And because the adrenal glands are your energy glands, that low energy is to be expected. But once you stick to it and you see that you get back on board, you will have what seems like limitless energy. Okay, you won't have that slump of energy up and down. But the adrenal glands have to get on board. So if you have it, use the adrenal gland tincture. Use it 5 times a day if you have to. Keep on pumping the adrenal glands with the herbs to strengthen it. Once you get back on board, you get energy you want. You can also eat small frequent meals that will tend to give you energy as well, okay? Do you support 30 days on orange juice alone? Yes, it's fantastic actually. The oranges, they're in the same category, the citrus fruits, same category as the limes and the lemons, just not as astringent, but fantastic. Especially if you have them ripe, oranges are great healers as well. You go on a 30-day orange juice only cleanse. Make sure it's freshly squeezed. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. Okay, make sure you're on the fruits, okay? Because make sure you're on the herbs because you're going to go through a 30 days of orange only. You want to support your systems, the Fabulous 5 and the kidney tea as your base, okay? Fabulous 5 and kidney tea, because the cells are there to help you clean and strengthen or optimize the structure and function of your cells. And so why not get them to help you? What can I use for my lymphatic system and thyroid? I need to detox my whole body. I just covered it literally. If you want to detox your whole body, I would use the Fabulous 5 I just showed you. And I would go on a grape oil diet or dark lemon oil diet, or those are really aggressive ways. Or you can go on a mixed fruit diet. The point is your diet has to change to 100% fruit diet. Then use the Fabulous 5 and the kidney tea. This will cover the lymphatic system and all the major systems. And I would also add a thyroid lift tincture on our website. That will address your thyroid, okay? It's not difficult at all. Fabulous 5, thyroid lift tincture, kidney tea, and 100% fruit diet. So, guys, thank you for coming on. Appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Okay, let's see. Stomach ulcers. When you think of an ulcer, what is an ulcer? Okay, literally, it's an ulceration. It's here. The acids are burning things up and destroying tissue. So you have it in your stomach. You got acids, mucus, and acids in your stomach causing this problem. You want to get rid of it. You want to heal it. Go on green drinks first because they are the least aggressive. Then build up sub-acid fruits like the grapes, berries are fantastic for that. Apples, pears, and then when you can tolerate it, move on to the more aggressive fruits like the citrus and the melons. Okay, but make sure you're taking a bowel strength tincture. Make sure you're taking 2 different kidney teas, 2 different kidney tinctures, adrenal gland tincture, lymphatic herbs, endocrine herbs, and as I mentioned, the bowel strength tincture. You need to move your lymph system with a 100% fruit diet, but you also need to get your kidneys to filter. The reason why you have the stomach ulcers is because your kidneys are not filtering out the lymphatic system. Your lymphatic system is backing up in your stomach, and the acids are literally tearing things apart. Okay, that was for you, Savage Loco 702. Give me your name so I can say it. Okay, if you have a question, and I'd like to know who I'm speaking to. How to increase testosterone? If you jump on a 100% fruit diet by itself, okay, it's going to balance your hormones and your testosterone levels are going to be on the right levels. You need to change the diet. You know, we have been on protein and starchy stimulants, and this affects our endocrine glands. So when it comes to the males to increase testosterone naturally and healthy, you need to address your adrenal glands, your pituitary gland, and your gonads, okay, or testes. So you need herbs for those parts. You also need herbs to send blood flow to the lower regions of your body. And you need to work on your kidneys and your lymphatic system, because this is internally is a kidney and adrenal and lymphatic system issue, because mucus and acids will affect the function of your endocrine glands, which will affect your testosterone level. So you want to make sure that those are in good working order. Most men who get on the cleanse have no problem getting erections or strong male reproductive areas in literally sometimes as little as 2 to 3 weeks, okay? Because it's not hard to fix. Also, I have a tincture on my website called Male Fertility. I love that tincture personally. It's fantastic. It's for the whole male reproductive system, okay? Make sure you use it. It's good stuff. Hi, I'm Chris. Chris says, fruit gives me acid reflux. Chris, fruits are exposing what's inside you, okay? The acid reflux, there are 3 main causes of it. One of them is sulfur. One of them is... sulfur interstitial lymphatic constipation is another one, okay? And then you're combining the wrong foods together, and this can cause acid reflux. But in your case, because of the fruit's reaction to it, I'm telling you, it's going to be interstitial lymphatic congestion, which means that if you don't fix it, it's going to lead to stuff like gastritis. Okay, this is acids, interstitial acids burning you from the inside out. So this is actually kidneys you are dealing with, and lymphatic system. So if the fruits are too much to take, I'll go on green drinks, and I'll make sure I'm on 2 different kidney tinctures, a kidney tea, adrenal gland tincture, very important. I would also be using endocrine tincture, bowel strength tincture at the very least, and make sure you strengthen your liver and pancreas as well. Okay, clean your sinuses, make sure you have good bowel movements. And of course, you need time. So after I've used the green drinks, you see that once you get better, you can tolerate the fruits. You will see that shows your progress. There we go. I'm just. What's the worst meat to eat? All of it. Sorry, I'm telling you the truth. Most of you don't know, but I was a big meat eater. Okay, big meat eater in the past. And if you understand where I came from, you understand that I can make that judgment, because there's no meal that I didn't have with meat. Okay, so trust me when I tell you that I have experienced it. I've eaten almost every kind of meat, of course, the ones that are available commercially, and I don't miss it. I don't crave it. I don't care for it, and none of them is good for you. Okay, because you can get all the nutrients you need from other fruits and the veggies. You don't need meat. I know most people will tell you otherwise, but I'm telling you from experience and from the truth, from helping so many people, I can tell you that just getting off meat by itself and dairy products is half the battle. Okay, I'm Michelle. My son has dark blotches all over his body. What can he do? He has a lot of joint inflammation. So dark blotches like skin pigmentation, that's your parathyroid gland. And that's the gland that deals with calcium utilization. And it's not a coincidence that he also has joint inflammation, you see. So that in a highly acidic body, the body is going to be sucking calcium from tissue. And because the parathyroid is weak, it's not going to be able to replace that calcium. You're going to have joint inflammation, okay? And this leads to arthritis, etc. You don't want it to happen. You need to fix his parathyroid gland, but also, first and foremost, you got to fix his acidity in his body, remove the acidosis. So if it were me, I'll be on a 100% fruit diet for your son. I mean, I'll put him on 100% fruit diet, and I would use 2 different kidney teas, 2 different kidney tinctures, adrenal gland tincture, endocrine tincture, bowel strength tincture at the very least, okay? And I'll use parathyroid glandular or parathyroid herbs to kickstart the parathyroid gland and get things started. This will take a little bit of time, but you see things will progress. Sorry, and the dark blotches on the skin, I made a mistake. It's not only the parathyroid gland responsible for the joints, but also the pituitary gland. That's the gland that's responsible for skin pigmentation. So you need to address the pituitary gland. So use the pituitary gland tincture for the skin pigmentation. But you can see that all the endocrine glands are weak, because if they were not weak, you wouldn't have a parathyroid weakness, and you wouldn't have a pituitary gland weakness as well. Okay, so this is how I would fix it. Make sure you work on his adrenal glands, because they fight inflammation, especially when you have inflammation in the joints. You need your adrenals to help you. What do you recommend to maintain hair as healthy as possible? To maintain, use the right products. Like in my hair in particular, I do not use any chemical products on it at all. I've never had, never have, never. When I say I never go out and use chemicals on my hair, I don't dye my hair. I don't put heavy chemicals on it. I use all natural stuff. The shampoos and the conditioner on my site is stuff that I use. Okay, and you have to remember your hair and your head, your scalp, it absorbs all the chemicals. So you put chemicals in your skin, it goes into your skin. That's why I created my skin line and my hair line, because you're getting the best of the best stuff in it. Okay, so maintain good hair habits. And two tinctures you should always use, that I use when I want to maintain my hair, is a circulation one tincture and the neurological one tincture. They're not only good for the hair, it's good for the brain, good for the head region, good for the upper body, good for the heart. So I use those on a consistent basis, plus the hair oils and the shampoo and the conditioner, good ones at least. Sorry. Veronica here. I have eczema, hernia, and I'm obese. Can I do the undiluted lemon cleanse along with herbs? Yes, I would. Okay, so let me break this down for you, Veronica. Eczema, skin, liver. Okay, skin issue is going to be a liver issue. It's going to be a kidney issue. Kidney. So it's actually kidney, lymphatics, and liver mainly, and some spleen. Hernia, parathyroid, weak parathyroid gland. Okay, obese, weak thyroid and weak adrenal glands. You can see all the endocrine glands are weak. So yes, a lemon only cleanse is what I would use, very aggressive, and I'll use the Fabulous 5 kidney tea right here, the Fabulous 5, and I would use adrenal gland tincture, thyroid lift tincture, parathyroid tincture, okay, and for the skin, liver and pancreas tincture, and the tincture for the spleen, okay. It takes a little bit of time, but you see, you lose the weight and you start feeling better. Eczema is very, very, very tough. When you have eczema, psoriasis, the layer of constipation, of lymphatic constipation underneath the skin is a lot. So you will see flare-ups. As you dig deep, you see your symptoms flare up and then get better. Flare up and get better. You keep on doing that until all the waste is removed. Okay? You need kidney filtration to heal this situation here. You need kidney filtration. So that's why I told you to take two kidney teas, two different kidney tinctures, because you cannot have too much kidney herbs to fix this. Hi, Pat says, hi Pat, here from Toronto, I think, right? What do you eat when you're at a restaurant or a vacation? When I'm at a restaurant, I'll eat cooked vegan food, okay? And my favorites, as most of you know, is Indian vegan and Chinese vegan, okay? And Toronto has quite a few good restaurants like that. Not the healthiest of foods, but still, I do have them. And sometimes it depends where I go, but if I go with family and any restaurant, no matter what it is, there's always vegan options. I'll probably have like steamed veggies, or I'll tell the chef to make me veggies like mushrooms, broccoli, any kind of veggies he has at the back, either steam it or maybe saute it with some oil. So that's what I eat when I go out. I'm not too particular in that sense, and those foods are abundant and in portion and also in nutrition. So I don't think it as a factor. So I usually go to cooked vegan places normally. Okay. In Toronto, there used to be a place called, it's no longer there, I think. It was Vegan Lioness and Raw Vegan Lioness and what's it called, Rawlicious, but they don't exist anymore. Fantastic raw food, but you know, now we live in a society where most of the restaurants are closing down because of the obvious thing going around. But anyway, that's it. So could be. Oh, sorry, I missed that question. Thank you so much. What do you recommend for diabetes? I need to know what kind of diabetes it is. If it's pre-diabetic type 2. Anyways, I'll just say in a broad sense, you need to remove the mucus and acids that affect the pancreas and the adrenal glands when it comes to diabetes. Second, you need to make sure the body is alkaline, because inflammation is what will cause diabetes. Inflammation of the glands of the body will cause diabetes, because a fruitarian, for instance, eats nothing but fruits, which is supposedly high in sugar, right? You never hear of a diabetic fruitarian, but you hear of a diabetic meat eater, starch eater. That's because those foods are inflammatory foods, whereas the fruits are anti-inflammatory foods. So you see, the sugar issues, your diabetes, is not from eating a lot of sugar. Of course, if it's processed sugar, it's a different story. It's from eating processed foods, acidic foods. So if you want to reverse it, you gotta change the reason why this happened. That is the diet. So a raw vegan diet at the very least, but a high fruit diet, low glycemic fruits, what I would use. extra herbs for my adrenal glands, extra herbs for my pancreas, extra herbs for my bowels, okay? And double extra herbs for your kidneys and lymphatic system and adrenal glands, as I mentioned. Very important, this kidneys and adrenals, because when the kidneys don't filter the lymph system, excess mucus is produced and affects the function of your glands and organs. In this case, in diabetes, it's going to be your adrenal glands, your pancreas, okay? And of course, you need time. You need time, and you gotta watch your sugar levels. And if you're taking medication, you gotta talk to your doctor. It's, you know, the whole process goes on. What do you recommend for rheumatoid arthritis, chronic pain, and inflammation? I just covered this, but I'll go very quickly. Arthritis is chronic inflammation, chronic pain, you said, and inflammation. Yes, so your body's acidic. How do you neutralize the acids? You need to alkalize the diet, 100% fruit diet. I'll go on a 30-day diet only diet, okay? For arthritis, I would work on my parathyroid gland because that makes use of calcium. We gotta deal with the calcium utilization. I would add green drinks now and then high in calcium to supply me calcium once I get the parathyroid gland working properly. Okay, make sure you use 2 different adrenal tinctures because inflammation, adrenals are gonna help you save the day. You want 2 different kidney teas, 2 different kidney tinctures. Okay, endocrine gland tincture and a bowel strength tincture, and time. That's what you need, and time. So I covered the hair growth already. CR17T. I covered already. I'll repost this video for you. Okay. Some people asking the same question. I answered the question, but they're still asking the same question. I apologize if you didn't hear it, but I'm gonna post this for you. Hi, is the water distiller supposed to produce hot water? The water is coming out hot on my machine. Yes, the water. It shouldn't be boiling hot. It's actually cooled down. So how a distiller works is that the water is boiled. You have a fan on top. A machine, and the fan cools it off and the water drips, condensation. So the water should not be boiling hot coming out. If it is, you probably haven't put the fan on top. Make sure that there's a fan, there's a piece that goes on top of the machine that has a fan in it and you can hear it. If it's not, you don't hear that machine turning, then the machine is not working. Put it off. And check it because the water will be warm but not boiling hot. Are you allowed to eat fruit in the night? Don't eat. You can eat fruits in the night, but you should your last meal should be 2 to 3 hours before bed. Okay, and all foods, even if you're not eating fruits, you should not eat any meal 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Okay, when you're going to bed, the body is trying to heal and clean, not to digest. How long do you detox with fruits? As long as needed to heal your issue. Okay, that's a question that there's no definite answer to. Will I still gain muscle during detox? When you're detoxing, you're not trying to gain muscle. You cannot think about this logically. It's like trying to clean and build a building at the same time. You don't do that. You first have to clean the building out, and then you rebuild it. Same with the body. You gotta cleanse the body first, remove mucus and acids, then you rebuild it. When you clean up the body can gain weight faster. Okay, I'll tell you from direct experience. My calories are super low now. I still maintain my muscle mass. It's not the calories I have to say because it doesn't make any sense. The calories I have are too low for the mass I have. Okay, that's because when the body is clean, the body can make use of nutrients properly. You tend to gain the muscle. Okay, you do, however, for most people, require a calorie surplus, of course, but the focus should be this: clean first, build second. Let's see. What do you think of peanuts? Peanuts, I love peanuts personally, but they are very bad food. They're not a food. They're high in bacteria. It's not good for you. Peanuts, period. I do have it because it's one of my favorites, but on occasion and in moderation. Okay. You definitely don't want to have peanuts when you're healing. Let's put it that way. How do you detox lungs? After COVID, a lot of people got fibrosis. Any tips or to reduce that? Yeah, it's not hard to fix your lungs, actually. Lungs are not difficult to fix. You want good lungs, you need good kidneys, you need good lymphatic system, you need good adrenal glands. That's how important it is, especially when there's inflammation involved. So to fix my lungs, I would be on a 30-day dark grape only diet or a 21-day lemon only cleanse to start. Okay, I would be on the respiratory tea. I would drink that daily, but also boil it and cover my head with a towel and inhale the fumes, okay, the herbal fumes. I would use respiratory tincture. I would also work on my liver and pancreas. I would also use 2 different kidney teas, 2 different kidney tinctures, an adrenal gland tincture, and a lymphatic herb tincture as well, okay? The lungs will repair itself as soon as the kidneys can filter. If the kidneys can filter out the waste, the damage done, because remember that the lymph system is what's going to take any damaged tissue to the lymph nodes through to the kidneys to be eliminated. So you have to have a good lymphatic system, and you need good kidney filtration if you want to heal your lungs. Okay, I like lemon oil cleanse as well. Fantastic for the lungs. It's a good cleanser. You see mucus coming out of you quite quickly. Are you only allowed to eat fruits in a day? If you're going on a fruit only cleanse, it's fruits breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or whenever you're hungry. How can I safely transition from a standard American diet to fruits? This is how I would do it. Okay, you're coming from a SAD diet, so breakfast fruits or fruit juices after 11 o'clock, preferably. Lunch, you can have a raw salad, okay, with raw dressing. Has got to be raw. And dinner, you can have some steamed veggies. Do that for 3 or 4 days. After the fourth day, you want to do fruits breakfast, lunch, fruits, dinner, have a salad. Do that for another 3 or 4 days. Then after that, do fruits breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can have any fruit you want to the mix, okay? Make sure you use the Fabulous 5 to support you, even as soon as you start, even with the steamed veggies. It just gives you that extra edge, okay? Yeah. What natural things would you recommend for hypertension? My doctor already prescribed me meds, but I don't want to take it. Well, you gotta listen to your doctor. If you're under the care of your doctor, consult with him, whichever direction you choose to go. If you choose not to use it or not, but you should tell them, right? You have high blood pressure because your kidneys are not filtering out waste properly. The kidney is directly responsible for blood pressure. Okay, if you fix your kidneys, blood pressure normalizes. You want to fix your kidneys and adrenal glands. Your adrenal glands sits on top of your kidneys, right? So the top number of your blood pressure number is your adrenals, and your bottom number is your kidneys, and they're interconnected. So if it were me, I'll be on a 30-day dark grape only diet. I would use 2 different kidney teas, 2 different kidney tinctures, 2 adrenal gland tinctures, lymphatic herb tincture, endocrine tincture, and bar strength tincture. And I would be on that for 30 days with the dark grape only diet. That alone, you should see vast improvements. Okay, the diet is crucial here, and it's your kidneys. You need kidney filtration, very important. Help for menopausal hot flashes, night sweats. If you have any kind of menopausal issues, you want to balance your hormones. Very important. For the female, you always want to target your pituitary gland, your ovaries, and your adrenal glands. On my website, I have something called the female hormone balance. Okay, I would use that 3 to 4 times a day for a good 2 or 3 months. But you see changes quite quickly. But the diet has to be a 100% fruit diet if you want quick results. Okay, work on your thyroid as well. Very important. But those 3 parts I mentioned are crucial for the when it comes to menopausal symptoms, hot flashes. Okay, so that's what I would use. Work on your kidneys, your adrenals, your lymph system, stomach, and bowels. In other words, use the Fabulous 5, the female hormonal balancer, and a kidney tea at the very least. This is what I would use, and an endocrine gland tincture. Okay, guys, thank you so much. It's so many questions I can't get to it, but please, if you have any questions, send it to my Facebook page. It's on my profile link. I answer those quicker and faster because on my Instagram account I have hundreds of messages, and although I answer them, it's taking me too much time because there's too much. Okay, so you want your questions answered, write to the website on my profile link or to the Facebook page. Okay, very important you do this, okay? Or you can call the website as well. We're there to help you as best as we can. But don't complicate matters. Start your cleanse right now. Get on a 100% fruit diet and use the Fabulous 5. Folks, it doesn't get any simpler than that. You will see results enough so to convince you that you're doing the right thing. And then if you get stuck, call us on through our website, and we'll help you. Okay, so keep going, and you do very well. And thank you for being here. It means a lot to me. And bless you.